And of course, nobody agrees with taking your kid to a therapist and asking them to change their sexual orientation. Like that, like nobody want like to forcibly take someone and send them off to a camp to make them straight. I don't think that is a thing that happens really. But what does happen, or what used to happen, is you might want to take your kid who's struggling with gender dysphoria because of some horrible influence of some blue-haired teacher, that you should be able to take them to a psychologist like Jordan Peterson,
Yeah,
or your priest,
your faith leader,
your
to help guide them to the truth.
yeah, to say like, no, maybe this is just something that you will resolve as you go through puberty, as you allow the natural process to take place, instead of putting you on hormones that block puberty and thus make that dysphoria worse. You
That
should
put
be
you
a
that yes, that put you on a that put children on a medical pathway to certain bodily destruction, destroying their fertility, their future, their opportunities, their sense of self, their identity.
Yep, right. Like your priest should be able to articulate Orthodox Catholic theology on the body,
And
right?
parents should be permitted to assert the biological sex of their own children.
Right. So let's go to the video of
Let's
Cronus arguing against this
let's
very common sense policy, which is,
watch
by
this.
the way, what we do here in Alberta, right? We
What?
don't medicalize kids in Alberta. The conservative stronghold, where our premier, by the way, is poised to pick up 8 seats that are held by the
8.
NDP in Calgary.
8.
The NDP, if the election were called today, are going to be wiped out damn near in Calgary.
And it
Why?
is because
Of
Danielle
this.
Smith was brave enough to take this issue on.
Right. This is
Watch.
this policy is a winner for conservatives because it's a 90-10 issue across all demographics.
This is the sorry, Sheila.
No, go,
Read.
ma'am. You have it.
This is the only issue that the conservatives can beat the liberals with. We know that the liberals, we heard Pierre Poilievre say it, the liberals came in and stole their policy. This is the only issue conservatives have left in their deck that they can play right now and beat the liberals. They were widely criticized after the federal election for not being able to pivot. And this is Pierre Poilievre's moment to be able to put that to bed. This is egregious, what you are about to see, Canada. This is egregious. And we got way, way more on this later. But watch this earthquake of a moment in Calgary. Watch this.
No side.
I'm Tamara Cronus. I'm the Member of Parliament for Nanaimo Ladysmith. We are the party that believes that Canadians should be able to have an affordable home on a safe street under a proud flag. We should not be adopting policies that divide us. This policy divides us, and I urge you to vote no. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go back to the yes mic. Go ahead.
Okay, I don't care about safe streets and affordability if my kid can be put down a medical pathway behind my back where the outcome is suicide. I don't care. Yes, I care about inflation, but the safety of children in this society is more important than all of those things to parents.
It is absolutely central to conservatism that we protect children, that we stand up for families,
and that we the kids.
And and that in this moment, we reject this madness outright.
Tamara Cronus is 5 years behind the general culture on this issue, where places like Belgium and places like the UK are saying we don't do this to kids, and she's calling it divisive. Sister, you're 5 years behind the world on this. Catch up.
This is what this tells me is Tamara Cronus is operating within a sphere of influence that allows these beliefs to take hold and nefariously hang on. But let me be clear, there is no room for the advocacy of radical gender ideology in the Conservative movement of Canada.
Yeah.
End of. Pierre Poilievre learned this weekend that he has a cancer in his party. So what do we do when we are diagnosed with cancer? Are we inclusive to the
Right.
cancer, Pierre Poilievre? Are we inclusive? Or what is it a rare and special kind of cancer that we want to label as diverse? Or
Yeah.
do we cut the cancer out?
Yeah.
Or do we do that?
Right.
This is a critical moment in the Conservative movement in Canada.
Yeah.
And it is one that will be examined for years.
Well, and as we all know, Lise cares deeply about this issue. That's why she became a best-selling LGBTQ plus AI author
Thank you.
on
Buck the Rainbow
Amazon.
Unicorn.
She
Can you guys
wrote
see
a
it? Buck
book.
oh, here we go.
There he is.
There he is, guys. Look, Buck the Rainbow Unicorn. Okay, triple #1 Amazon bestseller. We know that this is a winning issue because of how you guys made this book succeed.
Well, and we also saw the shift of NDP voters back to the Conservatives in the recent polling data that shows that Danielle Smith is going to pick up 8 seats in Calgary. The NDP are going to be wiped out in Calgary because of the tackling of social issues in this province and not backing down. So I see that Tamara Cronus, when she was called out by Tim Thielman, who I believe is still with 1BC, she says the existing policy clearly states that we believe in the right and duty of parents to raise their own children responsibly according to their own conscience and beliefs. Okay,
so why are you acting contrary to the policy?
Right. Let's drill down.
Pardon me.
It's okay. I just want to give Olivia some advice to just open up those 73 comments because I want to see how the world is reacting.
This is show and tell this morning, you guys. We're going to see what Canadians have to say.
Look
to Tamara Cronus.
Psychopathic ghoul. Keep going.
Keep going.
Is it responsible? You read it. It'll be therapeutic for you.
Is it responsible to let confused children with multiple comorbidities play pretend that they were born in the wrong body, or turn them into lifelong pharmaceutical experiments, or to have their sexual organs cut off? In my books, it is pure evil and it should be criminalized. Natasha.
Okay, I'll take over from here while you come back together.
No, it's good.
Resign. It says, I'm just going to leave this here. And then he quotes Matt Walsh saying that, it's been foisted onto children. Like, it's overwhelming. And this, in fact, was the only policy proposed that failed. And
the only one, Canada.
The only one. Now, we heard that we heard that other people had, we heard from delegates. It's okay. Lisa's going to get it together. We heard from delegates.
Oh, I'm good, girlfriend. I am perfectly fine. Excuse me, though, while I fix my makeup. Thanks.
We heard from delegates that we know out of Saskatchewan that said that they had some difficulty voting. Now, if you had some difficulty voting on this issue and you're a delegate, I want to hear from you. Send it to tips@rebelnews.com. I don't know if this was an isolated incident or a systemic one that day. I do know that they earlier had a problem with voting on another policy and they re-voted. So if you had an issue and you were
during
voting
that vote, this would have been
vote. I want to hear.
This would have been about 4 p.m. on Saturday on the main convention floor.
Oh, you will know if you had a problem.
Yep. At the Conservative Party convention in Calgary, if you were there during this vote, we want to know your experience. Again, that's info@rebelnews.com. Please reach out and let us know.
And you and I discussed this in our debrief. Now, this is, they might have been out organized on the floor. A lot of things could have happened. There could have been a lot of delegates from certain more progressive ridings that sort of organized them on this, because when they're voting, people are coming and going. Sometimes you just come into the room to vote for the thing you care about and you leave.
The environment is like a beehive. Like, just think of 5,000 bees buzzing around the inside of a beehive. That is the vibe of the Conservative Party convention.
And if you're outside when things start happening on the policy, they lock the doors. So when they say voting starting, close the door. So you can come and go, but when the vote happens on the policy, they close the door. So it's only the people in the room. So there could have been some out organizing, but I'm telling you, this is the only one that failed. And here's my advice to the Conservative Party of Canada. If you want to snatch some NDP voters, like Ms. Danielle Smith is doing in Calgary, I know you're getting into election readiness mode. I know that you are, because there are rumblings of a writ drop happening in March.
What could, yes, all of the signs are pointing to an imminent election.
And I have my theories about why that could be, and why Carney needs to do it now before the American midterms and whatever. That's all just my speculation, my theories, and my staying up too late and having a busy brain. But here's what you need to do, Conservative Party, to fix this, because people are angry. Like, they are off the rev limiter over this, and they're angry at Tamara Cronus. She should not be your spokesperson on this, by the way. I
think some re-education is in order. I think a correction is in order.
You need to be the party of empowering parents, and not just to do what Tamara Cronus says, that existing policy states clearly that we believe
not good enough.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough when the federal government has criminalized the theology of the body of the Catholic Church being communicated to young people with the explicit consent of their parents. So send her an email, guys. Be polite. If you send her an email, no swear words, don't call her names, nothing. Express your discontent and your desire for the Conservative Party of Canada to win the next election by being the party of empowering parents, because the only way to fix this is in your campaign platform to have a defense of parents' rights. And not just insofar as you get to, I'll be quiet. You go ahead.
Bulletproof defense of parents' rights. In Saskatchewan, we needed to wield the notwithstanding clause to protect parents from this kind of activism that Tamara Cronus is advocating.
Also, we not divisive.
The notwithstanding clause. Conservative Party of Canada, this is your notice. You may have to use the notwithstanding clause on this issue. This is your notice. You get ready. We're making this the issue.